available to our consultants and our clients.
That's really something. You kind of jumped ahead there, Joy.
Sorry.
Your precognitive abilities. I was going to ask you what your unique selling proposition was.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry. I didn't know you were going to ask me that.
How many markets do you serve? I mean, I'm sure you do local businesses. What are some examples of some kinds of businesses that you serve right now?
Well, we have, oh my goodness, it's across so many different industries.
Yeah.
But there's, I mean, any kind of, anyone in the medical profession in terms of, you know, dentists, physical therapists, chiropractors, you know, plastic surgeons, weight loss, day spa, med spa, that kind of thing. And then we'll do anything for home improvement is big with us. You know, roofers and kitchen redesigners and, you know, any of those kinds of companies, plumbers, electricians, builders, all kinds of things. And then realtors and financial advisors and insurance brokers. There's like so many different businesses. And we do business-to-business businesses as well. So it's really quite a lot. It's over 300 different industries.
Wow.
50 different industries, yeah, that we've...
300 different industries.
Probably more now.
Right. So just about anybody on this call, because we may produce this, just about anybody on this call could probably benefit from postcard maintenance.
Probably just about anyone. You know, if somebody, I usually tell people that direct mail is really good for someone who has a bigger lifetime value of a customer.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just selling a book that's like $29.95, I don't recommend postcard marketing for that.
Because it's a product that's a one-time sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless your book is really an opener to get them to use your company or your service. Like I wrote a book, but I don't really care if I sell it because I give it away to prospects because it's really just positions me as a leader in my industry so that people will want to do business with me.
Right.
So,
well, I want to do business with you already.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, somebody over there is going to pick up the phone and answer a call from Kurt Frankenberg about marketing a martial arts studio. That's
oh, awesome. Well, you should ask for Samantha because she takes care of all my friends. Yeah.
I'll make sure I ask for her.
My friends. Yeah.
Very good. How is the process of getting customers different than when you first began?
Well, when we first began, we really didn't know what we were doing, so we mailed. I bought a CD from Office Depot, a Yellow Pages CD for the U.S., and I mailed to the two main roads in my town, Gulf to Bay Boulevard and US 19, all the businesses.
Okay.
And you know, we saw, let's look what industries stick. So now we know exactly which industries are most likely to respond to direct mail, and of course, we use so many other marketing mediums now. We do a lot of pay-per-click advertising. We do a lot of social media lead generation for ourselves. We get about 40 to 50 full contact leads a week using social media. We get about, all total full contact leads, we're at about 700 leads a week.
A week?
Brand new.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, so it's, you know, it's definitely, we just keep getting smarter and smarter and smarter. I have a brilliant senior VP marketing that's been with me for, oh goodness, I think 7 years now, and she's just an analytics, she's just brilliant. So, you know, we're constantly assessing our results and figuring out what to try, and we are, I'm so excited about this, we are just about finished with our first TV commercial, and I am going to, I know, I'm so excited. We're going to air it nationally. We're going to test it, of course, at like 3 in the morning on, you know, like on like news channels, you know, for those entrepreneurs that can't sleep. They're watching the business, you know, news channels. We're going to test it. We're going to use that Google TV that's like eBay for buying media time, you know, that thing. Yeah, so we're going to test it with that, and pretty excited about it. Pretty excited. And we're also simultaneously, we're going to run an ad for 3 months in Southwest Magazine on Southwest Airlines, which happens to be the most used airline for business, believe it or not.
I do believe it because I just became a convert about about 1 year ago. I said, you know what, we should look into the Southwest, and uh, it's never. I had been using Expedia and
Hmm.
oh, what's the guy with Captain Kirk?
You're using
Priceline.
Troll. You're not using Travelocity. Oh, since Captain Kirk, I love him.
Me too. That's
He's like 80.
quite honestly, the reason I was using Priceline was because of Captain Kirk, but not anymore because Southwest doesn't advertise on those.
Right.
I mean, they don't sell through those guys anymore,
I
but I
know.
sure love Southwest Airlines.
They're the best. So,
Yes.
yeah, so we are definitely going to take out an ad in their magazine for 3 months and see what happens while we're running a commercial. We've never done this. I mean, we've really primarily been using pay-per-click advertising, search engine optimization, direct mail, publicity, and social media only the last like year and a half, really.
I like what you said about throwing something out there and seeing what sticks. What you did was just a shotgun approach. Your first mailing, right?
Yeah.
It just, okay, let's get all those businesses, and then once you got some calls, it was like, oh, okay, chiropractors call us, you know, and then you could send something out to all the chiropractors.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we do a lot. We test, and then see what happens. And then we'll test and see, okay, chiropractors call in, but they're really hard to get back on the phone to close. So
you must know my chiropractor. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, I already.
So it's interesting.
I kind of.
Interesting. Just
go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joy.
I was just going to say it's interesting to see, you know, if you try so hard to get the industry that's going to pick up the phone and call, which is the hottest lead, but then if they're hard to close or it takes too many conversations to close them, you move on to an industry that's faster and easier.
Yeah, it's not just click-through, for example. It's also, I'm sorry, it's not just opens, it's also click-through, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. I kind of already asked you about how you created value for your postcard customers, but if you'd like to expand on that a little bit more.
Well, the value, of course, is in knowing what works.
Yeah.
There's value in knowing what works already so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel as a customer or play the trial and error game that I play continuously. And we also, I have about 5,000 readable pages on postcardmania.com. We are constantly, every time I learn something, I write about it and we throw it up there. And it's just like tons and tons of content for you to learn from. And it's pretty easy to find what you're looking for. The articles are categorized pretty easily. So we have that.
I've spent some time browsing your site, and I want to recommend it. It's postcardmania.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you say that as you learn something, you post it, right? As soon as you learn something. Are you afraid that your competitors are going to step in and you know, take that advice and run with it and
you know,
hurt
we're
you?
so cocky. We're so cocky over here. We're just like, go, try it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we know how hard it is to do what we do day in and day out. I have 10 full-time people working in marketing just for Postcard Mania.
How about that?
I mail out 140,000 postcards just for Postcard Mania's marketing every single solitary week.
Wow.
Every single week. So I don't mind telling people that because very few people will take the risk and spend the money it takes to grow it the way I've grown it. I mean, I spent more on marketing than I earn. I've always spent more on marketing than I earn, and most people won't do that. We spend $50,000 a week on marketing. Not including staff pay. That's just pay-per-click, postage, you know, whatever else we're doing, which is a very small percentage.
When you say more than you earn, you mean you're not borrowing.
My paycheck.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean my paycheck.
Your own paycheck. Got it.
That's what I mean.
That's what I figured, but I wanted to clarify that, you know, because that what it could sound like is it could sound like we we spend more money on marketing than we take in, but that's not the case.
No. We take in about we take in about 8 times what we spend. We make about $365, $385 a week revenue, gross revenue, and we spend about $50,000 a week.
Very good.
On getting that revenue.